So in this video, we're going to write the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line, okay? The slope's going to be given, and a point on the line is going to be given, okay? So we don't have the y-intercept. So we have to find the y-intercept, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that here, all right? So first thing we know, the slope's given, that's 4. So that's definitely going into my equation, okay? Slope-intercept form, remember, is y equals mx plus b, so the 4 is going to go before the x. It's going to be the coefficient of x. All right, so the point that's on the line is 2/5, okay? Excuse me, not 2/5, 2 comma 5. All right, so the point is x comma y, so that means x and 2 are going to be the same thing, and that means y and 5 are going to be the same thing for the purposes of this, the way we were going to work this problem, okay? So we know that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and I know 3 of these 4 variables. I don't know the 4th one, so I need to find it. I know y in this problem is 5, so I'm going to substitute 5 here for y. I know m is equal to 4, so I can substitute 4 here for m. And I know the x-coordinate that we're given is 2, so I can replace x with 2, okay? So replace y with 5, replace m with 4, replace x with 2. That means I've got a real simple equation here with only one unknown, b, my y-intercept, that I can solve for, okay? So let's simplify that. I know 4 times 2 is 8, so that means 5 equals 8 plus b. And in order to solve for b, I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. So that means my b value, based on what's happened here, is -3, okay? So now I know the slope, I know the y-intercept, so it's very simple to write an equation in slope-intercept form, okay? So I know the slope is 4. I know the y-intercept is -3. So let's plug those values in. And my equation is y equals 4x minus 3. The slope is 4. The y-intercept is -3. Okay, so I found the equation of the line that has this information, the slope of +4, and it goes through the point 2 comma 5. Okay. Now, if you want to verify that, you can go graph this information. You can plot this point and use the slope of 4 to continuously find other points that are on the line. And what should happen is the line should cross the y-axis at -3. Okay, but that's how you're going to do this problem. All right. So pause the video here. Try part B. We know the slope is -5/2. We know the line goes through -4, 1. Okay, so pause the video here, try to do what happened here, and then come back and check your work. Okay, so I know the slope is -5/2, and I'm going to use that in my equation for sure. That's going to go in front of x when I'm done, okay? I know my point that's given to me is in the form x comma y, so x is going to be -4, and y corresponds with 1 here, okay? So I'm going to plug the 3 values I know into slope-intercept form. -5/2 is going to replace m here. -4 is my x value, and +1 is my y value. And that's going to allow me to solve for the y-intercept, okay? So we replaced y with 1, we replaced m with -5/2, and we replaced x with -4, okay? So when I multiplied -5/2 times -4 here, I get a negative times a negative, that's a positive. And then I've got 5 times 4, which is 20, over 2. So 20 over 2 is 10. So I should get 1 equals 10 plus b. Now I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. So my y-intercept is -9, okay? So I know the slope, -5/2. I know the y-intercept is -9, so let's just plug those values into slope-intercept form, and I have the equation of the line with this given information. So the equation is going to be y equals -5/2x minus 9. And again, we just replace m with -5/2, and we replace b with -9, okay? So that's how you write the equation of lines in slope-intercept form if you're given the slope, like we were in both problems here, and a point that is on the line, like we were here.